All right, we're back, and joining me, an unnamed person who just doesn't want to show his face, and I think I got
may or may not be that J guy.
may or may not be. Where are you hiding from out there?
Oh my God!
Right?
I don't know. I'm at a loss for words.
Well, it's a fairy tale, they say.
And that never happens.
4-0 out there if you're just joining us here at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. Where do we begin?
I don't even know what to say.
Well, we certainly have shared our moments in the penalty box. And yes, you can have more. Go ahead. We're giving candy out to the ladies here.
Nice.
Take more. Sure,
absolutely.
The paramedics.
Yes.
Yes. What were we talking about? Hockey.
I don't know. I've never wanted to be more ill in my life right now.
Well, tough to watch.
That's a good description.
Tough to watch. I mean, well, let's talk about the Sarnia stick first. We can get the refereeing. I mean, I don't know. Were they trying to make up for some things there in the beginning of that period? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what to say because, the truth is that, at some point, the Sting have just
Did they give up
collapsed. I never want to say they gave up because, I think that's a mentality that's dangerous.
Yeah.
When you're at this level of play. And I don't think it's a matter of giving up. But I mean, you got to figure how frustrating it is for them to be out there playing at the moment. Because, the truth is that we can pinpoint the moment this game changed completely.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Which was where, in your opinion?
Well, I think it started with that first sort of set of penalties that didn't happen that resulted in the first goal. Okay, yeah. I think that was sort of that's sort of where it initiated. And then we get into the second period. And now all of a sudden they're starting to call stuff that's not even there.
Well, okay.
And I think that I don't know if
Well,
I just think that there was.
I wouldn't say stuff that isn't there, but I would say it's like
stuff I didn't see.
Come on, why are you calling that? Why are you going there? The checking in the boards and that, like.
Well, you know what? I mean, there was a hooking call, and I'm like. Where I didn't see a hook. I mean, his stick wasn't even anywhere near the other player. Hey, I know that guy.
I don't.
And I'm like,
I do.
Where's this call coming from? Like, I just didn't understand it.
All right.
And then there was a series of them, and then there was like I don't know makeup stuff, and it was just weird,
Okay.
And the problem with the refereeing, if it doesn't happen according to things like the rule book and
take a couple
with
go ahead, grab.
If it doesn't happen with some level of consistency, where you can set certain expectations, then the play tends to break down. And I think that's what we saw, we didn't understand the calls. Nobody understood the calls.
All right.
And the play broke down. And unfortunately, the play broke down in favor of the Flint Firebirds, and the next thing they're taking significant advantage of the opportunities that are handed to them. And, eventually the Sting turn around and go, what are we going to do with this?
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
And I think that's where it's really hard.
Well, let's step away from the referee chatter now, and let's go into how the Sting are playing out there even more. Like, I get what you're saying. What do I do? Like, I mean, we were down to 3 guys on the ice at one point because of penalties. Whether you agree with them or not, whatever.
No,
at the end of the day, I guess what, and I hear what you're saying 100%. But at the end of the day, dare I say, cliche, it is what it is. So now you're out there, you've got to change what you were planning on doing this, and this is what's happening. So now you have to adjust out there. Is the Sting adjusting as best as they can with what's happening?
I don't think so, because I think, honestly, the last couple goals, Dave, that we saw were absolutely distinctly around the lack of urgency.
Yeah.
The lack of
they were nice goals.
They were nice goals.
Goal number 3 was a nice goal. There was that other, or which one was it? There was the one where it was kind of like behind Ben Gaudreau, and he's looking around for the puck, and then it just kind of slid in there, right?
I don't think that was a nice goal. I think
that was a nice goal. It was the last goal there. It was just kind of boom, boom. Right?
I think, Flint's playing persistently, and I think that, we had from basically center ice to the goal line to break up that play, to push those guys off, to get those guys off the puck. There was only 2 of them, and we had 3 Sting players there. You got to get the guy off the puck.
I have seen a lot of, and I've been paying more attention to it since you mentioned it last game. I don't want to see this. Just put your stick out there.
No.
You're trying to distract the guy.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And we've been seeing a lot of that in this game, I think, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, when you do that, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to get the puck away from it, but you want to get it away. And
but there's no control after the fact,
hold on to
right?
that
Yeah,
thing,
absolutely.
Right? Or at least get it to somebody.
For sure.
And what I'm seeing, and I'm sorry, Sarnia Sting, I'm really not trying to pick on you. I don't even know how to tie skates. But it just seems like there's that. And then if they do get to control that puck to take it away from the other team, there's nobody there to pass it to.
Well, and I think the other thing too is, and Dave, so one of the strategies in order to try and kind of move the puck forward is you want to, if you're going to make a pass it to a guy who has some forward momentum.
Right.
Put it out in front of the guy, drive him to the puck, and get that whole motion going forward, right? What's happening is we're defensively playing and we're just shooting it to the first guy we see, and he's coming back towards us.
Right.
Well, what are you going to do with that?
You're going the wrong way.
You're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
You're not creating that forward momentum, and I think we've seen a lot of that when they start losing their sense of urgency. Now they're just unloading the puck. To the first guy they see. And unfortunately, sometimes that ends up being a Flint player. And, and that's never good. I just... so
we don't need to help them along the way with this, right? Yeah,
I mean, Flint's going to... they're going to play well regardless because, I mean, they are the top team in the league right now for a reason.
Yeah.
So you can expect good play from them. Right? It's our job to play better. If we want to win, we have to play better. And going backwards and losing our sense of urgency and making simple mistakes that we shouldn't be making is what's going to really sort of bring down our play, I think.
You're
and
welcome.
I think we're seeing
take
that.
A couple more. Come on. I'm trying to get rid of the candy here.
Yeah.
That's the only way we get people to come over and talk to us. Go ahead.
But anyway,
I hear you.
I think.
But here's the other team. Or the other team. The other thing. We've seen a lot of aggression out there. Every period, almost every play. We talked about Ben Gaudreau the last time, and I'm really surprised we haven't seen more. Except that a lot of times I'll tell you who I see. I see Ethan Ritchie going over and saying, "Hey, come on, guys." No.
Yeah, you can't lose your cool,
Not
I think
against Flint.
No, and Flint, they
better,
are an aggressive team,
and they're bigger.
Well, yeah,
Not all the way, but
better and bigger. I don't care. I mean, you look at Drew on the other team, on Flint. I mean, he's a little tiny guy, and he's going up and pushing around Romeo, or Chandler Romeo, and I'm like,
we can't afford to let them rent space in our head right now. It's too expensive.
No, 100%.
And I don't honestly, we can't take them on in that direction. We would lose guys, put ourselves in the penalty box. We don't need to help them make those
because
decisions.
it does seem to be a bit lopsided in that respect.
Yeah.
You know,
dare I agree with Jay Peckham.
Let's look at it. I mean, who got the call for basically diving this tonight? That was Flint. You know, they're out there busy with their aggressive play, trying to draw penalties, and they're doing a good job of it. And we're falling into that trap. It's a trap. Don't do it.
4.5 minutes away from getting out to the third period. We've seen them turn it around, so all we can do is cross our fingers and hope that they come out of the gate with the last 20 minutes of hockey here.
Well, I want to see a nothing to lose attitude come out in this third period.
Yeah.
Like let's come out and play hockey. You know what I mean? Take this opportunity. Okay, you know what? We're already losing. If we're destined to lose, we're going to lose. But lose in grand fashion. All
right.
I want to see these guys come out and play the best period of hockey we've seen all year.
What'll be interesting, too, is post-game conference in the restaurant here at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. I don't want to say anymore. It's post-game press conferences are always interesting.
Yes.
Depending on which way the pendulum swings here.
I can only imagine.
The pendulum. I'm glad I don't ask the questions anymore. I'm just the producer now. I think I don't know. They didn't like my question.
I'm not sure I'd be good at questions either, Dave.
Well,
I got to tell you.
Here's the thing, Sting fans. If you want to, you can send me a question on Facebook, or send it to just comment down below here. And if it's a polite question, Jay Peckham,
sure,
I will ask the question for you. How about that? All right, we'll see what happens.
So my question is, why do we not let that Jay Peckham guy into the locker room to get these guys riled up?
Because he's busy talking.
No, you're not supposed to answer. Let's get them to ask the question.
He's busy talking and teaching David Burrows about hockey. All right, 3 minutes away now. That was a clue. Hopefully we'll have something better to report for you. All I can say is I'm David Burrows on behalf of my friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!